Hey guys, Drama Invasion here, back with a new fun experimental video, I guess. I was just online on Book Talk, and a lot of people were doing like these things where they got to talk about some of their favorite books each month of last year. So I thought, what a great idea, but to do it to dramas, because this channel is mostly about Cdramas, but I love hidden gems, and I know my viewers do too. So if you want recommendations for Kdramas and just all Asian dramas that are good in general, I'm gonna go through my list for last year and what I enjoyed most of each month, because top 10s cover like the top 10 Cdramas and stuff, but there's also some other hidden gems or things I forgot to talk about, or the ones that started airing at the very end of December and finished like the first week of January, so I didn't really count those ones. So let's start with January. My favorite drama was Alchemy of Souls Season 2, Light and Shadow. So this aired on December 10th and finished January like 7th or 8th. This is part 2 following the first one, which stars Lee Jae-wook and Jung So-min. This drama is for C-drama fans, to be honest, and for anybody who's just addicted to that rich fantasy world with politics, action, and even supernatural powers. It's one of the best high quality production, in my opinion, that I've ever seen in any Asian drama. So the plot is around Naksu, the heroine. She's a very well-known, almost legendary character in this world, where she has a very forbidden, taboo type of magic, which allows her to transfer her soul into another person's body. And this is how she gets trapped in the body of the female lead in first season. You have like royalty, but through bloodlines, and there's one representing each season, and each one of these people have their own powers. So you have the male lead, which is someone who represents the winter season, and he's the weakest link of the 4 people. She then becomes his master, but on the outside they're keeping it low-key, so she's like his maidservant, but the reality is she's going to unlock his true powers. There's a lot of twists, human drama, emotion, political intrigue, and it's a fantasy world that's separate from like pure costume dramas, so there's so many new rules and fun little things. The CGI is actually spectacular, and the fight scenes are epic. Second season is where the romance really blooms, and the female lead who has that power, it makes sense how she has a new face, so she's played by a new actress. I was a little bit hesitant, but Go Yeon-jung is literally the it girl these days, and she carries the show. Like, she was so good. Like, I gave that drama a 9.5. I also enjoyed Homesick, a 12-episode Chinese drama that's a mystery. This one finished airing like December 31st, but I completed it in January, so I'm gonna add it. This is a low-key one. It's a thriller mystery that I don't see a lot of buzz about, but the actress is brilliant. Her name is Zhang Zifeng, and I think I have a full review on that, so if you want all the details, watch that. This has a lot of dark elements. It's about a girl who escapes the orphanage to find her best friend missing, and she decides to become like the new daughter of this house to find out the truth and what happened to her disappearing bestie. The way they wrote these characters were exceptional. There was one point where I was just out here guessing left and right and suspecting everybody, which is what a good mystery does, and it still manages to exceed my expectations. And I've been watching dramas for so long, so I usually guess the twist like way beforehand, but I didn't for this one, and I think that's because there's a lot of characters and they do such a good job handling these characters, so you understand their motivations, and they're all morally gray. So there's even points where the female lead does something you're like, that is a little bit sus, and I don't know what to believe anymore. For February, my favorite picks were A League of Noblemen, which stars Song Wei-long and Jing Bo-ran. This is a historical mystery drama that is like case by case, but there's also some like things that tie into the bigger plot. The cinematography and production quality here is beautiful. There's many shots that is full of details, and there's something about the mysterious Jingbo Ran's character that just had my eyes like glued to the screen the whole time. Every time he was on screen, I was like, even though he's not saying a lot, you feel like he takes up the entire screen because he has this presence. He played the role so well, being mysterious and kind of like keeps to himself, yet you can tell he cares, and the true friendship that happens between them was a nice touch too. The other pick for February is The Forbidden Flower. This one is giving old school forbidden romance, and you can tell by that title. And you actually have a guy who literally is super old compared to the female lead in real life too. But they have a lot of chemistry. He really brings that old school bad boy character to life. Like that bad boy character that tortures himself and kind of pushes everybody away, but he can't help but be attracted to this younger woman, and they develop one of the most chemistry-filled romances I've seen on screen for a long time. The coloring for this, the way it's shot is just perfection. So beautiful. It's giving that summer romance. It makes you feel like you're in their shoes. Like seeing this relationship, you're like, you can't look away. And the push-pull, the angst, and reasons why they can't be together is actually legit and not like dumb, like so many other dramas where I'm like, this is a third act breakup type of thing. It's not that dramatic, okay? Like, you understand where each character is coming from, their hesitations, their past, but also how happy they are with each other. So also shout out to Justice in the Dark, which unfortunately got banned literally when it's on air. And it was only 8 episodes in. Things were like starting to get really good. This is a mystery BL adapted or censored BL drama. And there's psychological themes, there's mystery, and the main lead is giving anti-hero. He's played by Steven Zhang and Fu Xingbo. And I remember reporting on news that the male lead, Zhang Shencheng, actually lost so much weight for like he did a whole 1-year diet just for this role to look like that frail but unhinged or mysterious character. And he nailed it, and I'm so sad that we only got to see like 8 episodes, but hey, it's better than nothing. I'm still praying that one day somebody's gonna quit the industry, retire or something, be like, okay, I have nothing to lose now, I'm not gonna come back to work, so let me just drop like a bunch of episodes of BL dramas that got shelved indefinitely. I'm not gonna get into it, but the psychological aspect of this one and how dark the atmosphere was, I was living for this when it was airing. March is the Starry love for me, without a doubt, like the best. I loved it. Every single second from the first 2 episodes, I fell in love. This stars Chen Xingxu and Li Landy. It's a romcom wuxia xianxia fantasy with a unique dynamic with 2 sisters, and it's like a true comedy, and I haven't seen that done in so long. Like, you always have the most dramatic reincarnation romances, and this one, although you have the drama for sure later on, like most of it, they were just hilarious. Like, it's so chaotic and crazy, and the strong loyal bonds between the sisters is my favorite thing ever. Both couples slayed. And I hope Youku keeps on making these types of dramas because it was so good. March belongs to 2 dramas and 2 dramas only. First one is Road Home, a beautiful like winter cozy second chance romance with Jingbo Ran and Seven Tan. 2023 was Jingbo Ran's year. He was so memorable in the League of Noblemen, and now Road Home, he was like the perfect boyfriend character. He's in the military. He never ever forgot about her. She's his one and only love, and you can tell literally from the first second they met again, which is when she breaks her car down and she has no choice but to get help from him. I think it was because he was so serious. He doesn't crack jokes. He's strict. He is a man with few words that makes it so much more impactful when he's doing the most for the female lead. He will do anything for her. Chemistry was awesome. And the other March pick is completely opposite in terms of genre. It's Duty After School, specifically part 1. This has 6 episodes and it aired on March 31st. This drama is so good. It's an action sci-fi survival drama in like the apocalypse. It follows a high school that is trying to survive a alien invasion, and it's insane. The blood, the gore here is a lot, okay? And lots of shocking moments. So action-packed, so good. Could not like put this down. I think I just stayed up like the whole night or something watching this when it aired. But I have to say, season 2 sucks, so just don't do it. But is it still worth it? Yes, because this is probably the best like sci-fi type of drama that came out of Asian dramas in the past like few years. April was a slower month on both Korea's end and China's end because I wasn't really watching much except for Provoke, which is a short 25 episode thriller mystery revenge drama about a woman who marries this man to get revenge on him because he ruined her whole family. And she actually falls in love with the guy's son. There's this whole forbidden romance, push-pull aspect. He's trying to figure out what she's up to too. And their dynamic is literally the only reason why I was watching. So good. In May, it was Back from the Brink. This is a fun one that I don't think I added to my top 10s list because it kind of slipped my mind. Like, I don't think about it much, but in the moment, it was good. It's cute. It has its issues. And story-wise, there's things that I got mad about, like how I really liked a character and then the writers kind of messed him up. The male lead kind of got boring. Like, he has no personality after they got together, so that's a little bit annoying. But besides that, it's a cute, fun adventure drama with bickering main leads that fall in love. And I'm happy though that I think this is a drama where he cuts off like his old lover. There's this whole situation, and I'm happy it's not one of those dramas where it takes him literally forever to cut her off. He was like, I'm over it. The only person that's worth my love right now is the female lead. So yeah, moving on to June, I chose Destined. This is a wonderful like 40 episode drama. It didn't make it to my list just because I still have like 6 or 7 episodes before I finished it. I kind of just dropped it because it was doing the same thing, but I enjoyed it, you know. It is more of a slow burn in terms of plot. It's just their everyday life, and it's a business rom-com. The main leads, played by Bai Jingting and Song Yi, are a real-life couple, so of course chemistry is great. I like that the male lead started off as this kind of immature character, but through turbulent times he just learns a lot from her and they become a power couple. Like in the last week of June, a drama came out that like shook Korea and like everybody who's a fan of Kim Tae-ri, because she's such a phenomenal actress. I'm talking about Revenant. She's so good. Like, ever since Mr. Sunshine, everybody was obsessed with her. And of course, 2521. But Revenant was something else, okay? I'm so happy that actors and actresses do this type of thing where, like, they're like, nah, you can't predict my next move. It's my favorite thing ever because when they slay, when they do a whole different genre a new character that really gets under your skin. She was so creepy. Revenant is one of those horror dramas that has demons, have supernaturals, but it's not what you think it is. It's more the slow burn, psychological, creepy factor of the mystery. Like, the more you watch it, the more chilling it gets. And I think it's because the female lead is such a relatable, like, everyday workaholic type of character. She's kind of gloomy too. Like, she's not very upbeat or like any other character that when certain scenes happen and you see her act completely different, you're like, whoa, that is so creepy. It's the contrast between that. I think it's so smart. And for a drama with zero romance, the romance was giving so hard in this drama. Like, I was shipping her and the police officer guy so much. Phenomenal. If you want a drama that's thrilling, mysterious, and scary, but without using the cheap like jump scares or gore like a lot of like these other new K-dramas are, this one's for you. I'm gonna run it back a little bit because I said, oh, what was I watching in April? I totally forgot to mention Till the End of the Moon, probably the biggest drama that first like half of the year. This one started off so good, 10 out of 10, but then it got a little bit messy and rushed at the end, but I still enjoyed it. Bai Lu was great, but Lo Yun-shi really shines in that villain role. So good. This is a fantasy star-crossed lovers romance where she is literally meant to go back in time to destroy him before he becomes the evil overlord that massacres her entire tribe. Back to June dramas. When I Fly Towards You is and forever will be my favorite like youth romantic drama in recent years. It's so good. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the perfect rom-com, fluffy, sweet drama with friendship, like everything you've watched before, but it's just done so much better. And the pacing is so good. Coming of age, heartwarming. It's simple, but sometimes simple is the best. And I know like Hidden Love is a lot of people's favorite for June, but in my heart, this one beats it just a little bit. July favorites are both Chinese dramas. First one is An Ancient Love Song. Talked about it a lot. It's only 14 episodes and it's a time travel romance drama, but there's a catch. The male lead time travels in reverse order, so it's not chronological. Instead of meeting her when you're younger till you're older, he's meeting her from the opposite timeline. So every time they meet, it makes such a unique type of loop. It's a timeless love story. There's no beginning or end or linearity to it. I go into more detail in either my top 10 video or my reviews, so check those out. But the other one I chose is, of course, Lost to You Forever Part 1. So good. I was on vacation when this was happening, and I still managed to watch it because it was that good. I literally had to plan my days and carve out like an hour or 2 hours a day at the end of the night just to watch this drama because it was so good. It stars Yang Zi and a bunch of newer uprising actors. You have Zhang Wanyi, which really impressed me, and Tan Zhansi. Those two are so good, so charismatic. This is a story about a princess, and there's politics, there's everything you want in here. There's an arc when she's younger, so you get different perspectives, and they're all her. So it's her whole journey. She meets 3 men, they fall for her, and it's how she navigates love, life, politics, all these craziness, curses. And I am so sad that the rumor is it's not going to air in the first half of this year, and it's now being pushed back to summer vacation slot, which is terrible because I am obsessed with this drama and I thought it would come out like earlier. My favorite drama in August is My Dearest. It's a K-drama that ripped my heart in two. It's a melodrama romance that starts off slow but obsessed with it by the end, and is hands down the best costume drama that I've seen for a while. As for September, my favorite one is a K-drama called Twinkling Watermelon. I was like, what's up with this name and what's the hype all about? I didn't really watch it until October actually, but I'm still gonna count it because October has other dramas I want to talk about. This one is about a guy who has deaf parents. He ends up time traveling to the past, meeting his father, going to school with his father, and he tries to make his parents' lives better because they're not living their best life in the future right now, even though they're wonderful people. And it's beautiful, so much fun. Had such a great time with the band stuff. Like all those songs covers were just a blast to watch. Meeting each of the characters, but mainly Ha Yi-chan, which is played by Choi Hyun-wook, just stole my heart. Definitely 10 out of 10, a classic and unique drama. Parallel World is my other pick. This drama is so good. It does take a while to take off, like 10 episodes, which sounds like a lot, but it's not like the first 10 episodes were boring. It's just compared to what happens after they enter the parallel world is like such a big difference. The first like 10 episodes is very chill. It's still interesting. You get to know Nini and Bayu's character a lot. They're on the road, and essentially this is set in the desert in a parallel world. And you have these two trying to work together to find out what the heck's going on, why his wife and a bunch of people went missing like years ago, and why he is the only one alive, and I guess he's the only one that came back. And female lead is the only other person he found out that has a lead or some type of connection to this mystery. October favorite has to be Perfect Marriage Revenge. 12 episodes, revenge drama about a woman who got betrayed by her entire family, and she decides that she's gonna go back and ruin their lives. So she ends up marrying the guy who her sister has a crush on to battle it out with them. My favorite drama of November is A Journey to Love. The female lead is so strong, awesome, and the fight choreographies in here is so good. We get so many back-to-back ones that looks like final battle type of fights, but is just a regular, it's just a standard for this one. Liu Shishi and Liu Yuning were awesome here. They were so mature and brought a lot of life to these characters. I cannot imagine anyone else in these roles. And the side characters were so memorable as well. Everybody had a very well-written plot and character arc that felt fulfilled from start to finish. And finally, in December, best drama, hands down, gotta be Death's Game. It was only 4 episodes, but it was so thrilling and fun. This is a really bloody survival drama about a guy who unalived himself because he just felt despair, hopelessness, like he was useless because everybody was getting ahead in life at that age, I think mid-30s, but everything went wrong for him. No jobs want him, and he just feels terrible. And that's when he ends up at this death gateway to hell. So it's before he actually is assigned to hell. And they give him 12 chances to beat this game of death. It's like, your goal is to survive and endure these different lives and come to an understanding of why I'm so pissed off at you. And they do this by like literally shooting him in the head with a bullet that gives him a new chance of life, and he just gets thrown into the situation randomly. So first death is literally I think first 1 or 2 episodes, he goes through 2 or 3 of these lives. Like, he dies instantly or almost instantly. And some of them, I'm even thinking, like, how the heck would you try to survive that? Because I think the first one is played by Choi Siwon. He's a billionaire. He's on his plane and the plane engine breaks. Okay. And then he dies. There is a message behind every single episode though. So I loved it. It's insane. Super thrilling. You're trying to figure it out with him. You're trying to root for him because you also want him to beat death. And there's a lot of characters from his previous life that comes back, especially his mother, who is played by the amazing Kim Mi-kyung, aka the moms of all K-drama moms. She's amazing, and every drama she's in, she brings the waterworks. This had such a good message. Highly recommend it. There's some dark comedy in here. There's unhinged characters and different type of human emotions that are just relatable, morally gray stuff. I thought it was such a great depiction of different people, their lives, and it has a really satisfying ending with only 8 episodes. Such a good binge. Yeah, so this is becoming 30 minutes long, but I hope you enjoyed it and stayed all the way till the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to buy me a coffee and leave a message, link for that is in the description box, as well as all the other fun playlists that we mentioned, like my full reviews and stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.